Western Australia. Surely it is now or never for Perth Glory. A season that began with such promise has rather fallen away, and after 9 games without a win, it's threatening to come apart at the seams. Standing in their way tonight, a patchwork Western Sydney Wanderers squad seemingly held together by sticking plaster, but which somehow found the energy to put Brisbane to the sword on Wednesday. What about tonight? Let's take a check on the team lineups, starting with Perth, who make those 4 changes. Danny Vukovic is back in goal after injury, a day after his 30th birthday. Rostin Griffiths also returns in place of Ruben Zakovic in midfield. And Kenny Lowe has injected a bit of pace perhaps into his attack with the inclusion of Chris Harold and Sydney on the flanks. Naboiza Marinkovic is benched. Danny De Silva, of course, away on international duty. Scott Jamieson making his 150th A-League appearance. Now, one change for the Wanderers. Anthony Golek's groin problem means a start for Sam Galloway at left-back. There's a return to familiar surrounds for ex-Glory players Nikolai Topor-Stanley and Nikita Rukavica, who rejected Perth's advances to sign for the Wanderers. While the man of the moment, Kerem Bullitt, makes his 50th career appearance tonight. He's got 4 goals in 4 games. And another ex-Perth player on the bench, Perth Soccer Club that is, Adrian Madashi. His first appearance for the Wanderers tonight. Well, NIB Stadium was a fortress for the Glory until the turn of the year, but since Adelaide stormed the ramparts on January the 5th, they found home comforts few and far between. If ever a game should be labelled as must-win, then surely it's this one for Perth. Western Sydney have the rare luxury of a week without travel to look forward to, and a midweek match coming up. First, they're looking for back-to-back away wins for the first time since November 2013. Will Perth be lifting silverware at the end of this season? The next 90 minutes might just tell us a little bit more, and winning those premierships requires taking your opportunities. And with me in commentary tonight, Travis Dodd, who won the inaugural Premier's Plate with Adelaide back in 05-06. How big is this game for Perth tonight, Travis?
Thank you, Simon. Perth have to be desperate tonight. They have to be. They have gone on a very barren run, as you said. As Griffo runs into the referee.
It doesn't help when referees are making tackles against. He does it in the opening seconds. Let's just watch how this develops through Romeo Castellan. And now Kerem Bullitt on the right. As his route to goal blocked. Jamieson stretching but not reaching that through ball for Haliti, and taken in his stride by Rukavica. Chance for the Wanderers, and it's blocked by Vukovic. Maybe only temporarily. Castellan can't make good the follow-up. Takahagi has won the loose ball. Now it's with Jacopo LaRocca. He'll chip it forward, but too much on that for Bullitt.
Great little ball into Rukavica there, and his first touch is really what set him up there to get across Josh Risdon there, and Vukovic to the rescue again, as he has so many times this season for the Glory.
Kerem Bullitt just had a look along the line there. Thought he might have been offsides. Rocker, Castellan isn't here. Romeo Castellan! Wanderers lead. 2 goals in 4 days for the Dutchman, who'd waited all season for one prior to that. And the Wanderers, who spurned one good chance through Nikita Rukavica, weren't going to cough up a second one. 1-0.
Yeah, Wanderers have been looking for this ball. The last 2-3 times I've been going forward, getting in behind the centre half there in Thway, and again Castellan, another great touch just to bring it down, opens himself up and really gives Vukovic no chance. Really well taken goal from Castellan in that position.
Timed his run perfectly. Didn't that bring a smile to the face of Tony Popovic? Now Andy Keogh. Released by Garcia. Can he find the right cross? Not bad. Harold. They got it on target, but no power or direction to get it past Kovic. Not a bad response from Perth to falling behind. Silence will be golden to the ears is of Tony Popovic, no doubt. Break here, though, for Garcia. Kovic smartly out. One veteran to deny another. And a little bit of afters as well, and not too friendly. Just a little flick on the shoulder. Is it intentional or not?
Oh, I think he may have left the boot in there just to let him know that he's around.
Garcia. Sydney. Nichols telegraphed it straight at Rukavica, who has got pace, we know that. And he races clear of Nichols and then threads it left towards Bullitt. Haliti at the far post if he can find him. Instead it's a corner off Djurbic, but there was real danger there for Perth. And another careless turnover.
Yeah, you don't want to give Rukavica the ball there. He just put the afterburners on, but I think the option there for Haliti...
Should have gone right.
He should have gone to Haliti. He could have had a touch outside.
This time leaped by two Wanderers defenders. No foul seen by the referee. Sydney has a go at it. He might drop it for Harold. And Kovic plucks it out of the air.
Jeez, I thought Harold was offside there. Found himself a lot of space. Just couldn't get it out of his feet. Yeah. Oh, he's on by a country mile. Need my eyes checked.
Happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it? I suppose when you're on a run like this, really, it's up to the team to try and lift the crowd a little bit.
It is a bit uninspiring at the moment. They do need to turn it around very quickly.
Well, they're not able to do that in the first half. Whistle goes. Romeo Castellan's goal at the 13th minute. His second in 4 days. Divide the teams. They've had one or two other chances besides. Nikita Rukavica before the opening goal arrived at the other end. It's been sporadic at best for Perth. Chris Harrell with their two best chances. They will search for inspiration during the half-time break. Perth Glory 0, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. Griffiths, space for him to advance into. Now Garcia, more promising this for Perth perhaps, deflected behind, corner.
The good thing from there is that there were numbers in the box. 3 players making the runs into the box, so at least if the ball gets there, they're giving themselves a chance.
Western Sydney with that advantage given to them by Romeo Castellan in the first half. Yet to keep a clean sheet away from home this season. The last time they did so was at this venue against Perth. And it's Griffiths on target with the header. Keogh goes for the follow-up. Hook clear by the Wanderers, and then volleyed back in, only just wide from Chris Harold.
Great header there from Griffiths, and also a reflex save from Kovic to keep that one out. But I have to say, when I thought that off Harold's boot, I thought it was going wide.
Premiership hopes very much on the line, maybe their top 4 hopes. Jamison with pace, might drop for Keogh, it's hooked clear by Haliti. Keogh anxious to get on with things, and Western Sydney slow to track Rostin Griffiths. Oh, and then off the head of Tanaka, it might favour the Glory. There's the equaliser from Sydney. Garcia's header across goal, and Sydney scores against Western Sydney, 1-1.
We said earlier about Keogh not being in the right areas to score goals, but Sydney well onside there. That all started from Keogh, taking the quick throw in. Griffiths was quick to recognise that as well. Get the ball in play. Wanderers were asleep. Great ball in, a little bit deep, but Tanaka there with coming off the corner of his head there, and on a platter there for Sydney. But exactly the tonic that Glory needed at the start of the second half. And it seems to have brought the fans back to life as well, with the supporters at both ends, the Glory supporters at both ends, singing, clapping, jumping up and down.
Bullet. Clever. Kerem Bullet. The way he escaped his marker, Dino Jorbic there, was terrific to watch. Finished not quite enough on it to beat Vukovic. Glory's transition from defence up through midfield is poor. Bullet's got a chance here. Kerem Bullet around Vukovic and back off the post into the arms of the grateful goalkeeper. He can't believe it.
Did everything right there. Great ball there. Too much space in between the two Glory defenders, but he took the first touch around him, did everything right, just couldn't slot it, and fortunate for Vukovic that it's come flush off the post straight into his hand.
Sprint to keep it away from Castellan, and then subsequently Takahagi, who stole it from him. And the Wanderers back on the attack. Romeo Castellan around the outside of Risdon across the face. Oh, how did he miss? Labinon Haliti with the goal gaping, and instead of putting it through the posts, he put it back across the face of goal. One of the misses of the season.
Into the grateful arms of Vukovic yet again, but Castellan there, great little change of pace there, going with the outside of the right foot to put the ball across.
Since equalising. Bullet back off the post, now Haliti. Missing that gilt-edged chance. Jamison drives the cross in. Oh, and Harold off the woodwork at the other end. Still alive for Rostin Griffiths. And it's off top or Stanley for a corner. Great action at both ends.
Super delivery there from Jamison, and Harold from that position and that range has done so well to get enough on the ball and direct it. Maybe off the back of his head, but he's put the back of his head on it perfectly.
Well, Kovic wasn't getting there, was he?
No, he was well beaten that time. But the opportunities are certainly free-flowing in the second half.
Yeah, more goals in this one, you sense. Jamison, plenty of pace. There is the second for Perth. Rostin Griffiths. And they lead in this game for the first time. Premiership hopes still alive for the Glory. And yet another goal from a set piece. Perfect delivery on a plate by Scott Jamison. And Rostin Griffiths.
They haven't had a lot of corners tonight, but they certainly made the most of that one. Great ball. Rostin Griffiths makes a great run just in front of Kovic, and Kovic comes out, leaving himself no opportunity really to even get near that one.
Towards Keogh. Clever. Good header. Garcia. Harold free on the right. Here is Chris Harold. Keogh in position, far post. Sydney at the near. Kovic gobbles it up at the second attempt. There's a gentleman beneath us. Travis, I can tell you, he's out of his seat. Perth Glory fan every 2 minutes. Frustrated as hell. Even more so now. He's thumping his chair because they've equalised. Western Sydney through Kerem Bullet, who is the man of the moment for Western Sydney. He hit the post earlier on. He's scored now, and we're back at 2-2. And Perth, the authors of their own misfortune.
If nothing, Bullet is passionate. He's picked himself up a yellow card for celebrating with the shirt off, but Perth Glory put themselves into trouble there. Needless turnover. Kerem Bullet gifted the opportunity there. Square pass inside, straight to LaRocca. It's a cardinal sin. It's a coach killer. Ball straight into Bullet's feet.
Forward towards Keogh, who's been well shackled for the most part by Topple Stanley. Tanaka finds its way through towards Bullet, and now with Takahagi. Castellan makes the diagonal run. Oh, he's offside. Good finish, but he's offside. Popovic with the wry smile. Get another look at it and see whether it was the correct decision. It was.
You could see exactly what Castellan wanted to do there, and Takahagi knew that that run was coming and just held on to it a little bit too long.
Back out with Sydney. Popovic available. Nichols too. Nichols is chosen. Nichols through the legs of LaRocca and across the face and behind for a goal kick.
Good bit of pressure there from Glory. Wanderers just not able to clear their lines. You can see they're sitting really deep there, and Mitch Nichols just snatching across that one.
As for Perth, well, they can do the Wanderers a favour, perhaps. They're away at Newcastle next week. Battle to avoid bottom spot. Perth have got other things in their mind at the moment. Josh Risdon! Oh, what about that? Just look at that from Josh Risdon. That flew into the top corner. Just his second ever A-League goal, and it might be enough to win the points for Perth. What a screamer!
Absolute peach there from Josh Risdon. First touch, takes it inside, gets past Kuzmanovski, and similar to what he did against Melbourne Victory a couple of years ago, just unleashes on the left foot last time, right foot this time. Kovic with absolutely no chance there. What a strike from Josh Risdon.
Up where the Spiders live. Hugs and handshakes all round. Well, it's been a long time between drinks for Perth, and if they are going to win tonight, perhaps it needed something a bit special.
Can't be much left in the stoppage clock for the referee.
I'm surprised they've not thrown Ante Kovic up. Takahagi with the outswinger. Griffiths meets it. Stephen Lucas has his whistle to his lips and blows for full time. And that roar is perhaps as much one of relief as celebration. 85 days of waiting are over for the Glory, thanks in part to Josh Risdon's smashing late strike, which wins the points for the home team. Their first win since January the 2nd, and their premiership hopes resuscitated at the expense of perhaps a rather weary Western Sydney Wanderers, who faltered late on, even though they had their chances. Cracking second half, 5 goals in total, but Perth shade it. Perth Glory 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 2.